John from Halo? John Halo himself? What do you think? Ad break, please. I don't run ads on this channel. Well, I mean, I do, but I don't. But like, I don't. John Wick. John Wick blows. Hear me out. John Wick was the first movie that ever taught me that you can have too much action. That's how bad John Wick is. John Wick 4, worst John Wick out of them all. John Wick 3, second best. John Wick 2, second worst. And John Wick 1, the only good one. Yeah, you're not wrong. Thank you. Thank you. Chat, there's only 1,000 different ways you can see somebody kill a human being. It's not that entertaining. And please describe to me a situation realistically believable in which a man pulls out nunchucks and actually kills a guy. You can't. You can't. There's never a case in life itself where nunchucks are a viable weapon to kill somebody with. And John Wick used them in John Wick 4, dude, because they were running out of ideas. Next to zero. Thank you. Thank you. Buying pizza in New York, clearly. He wasn't. No, he was in Paris. I think he was in Paris. He was like in Europe or something like that. Nunchucks are extremely dangerous. The fuck do you mean? Yeah, they're dangerous to one person. The person using them, dumbass. Because you're pop. That's what they are. They're a comedic thing. That's it. We still need Ganon. Fuck Ganon, the horse he rode in on. I hope they put Ganon in Umama Musume just so you can't experience him anymore on the stream. DM'd you. I don't need a DM. I got 2 people whispering me in Twitch and then 3 other DMs in Discord. I don't need more DMs. Thank you. Chokehold them. We're not living at your kinks. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the breaking news. Are you ready? Are you ready? The stream starts in 3, 2, 1. Alright, where's my tap? Oh, fuck. Oh, I got it. I'm good. Okay, alright. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. I'm gonna cover the thing that nobody wants to talk about anymore because they're exhausted from it, but only for a couple of seconds because people were curious. So anyways, for those of you that aren't aware, or for those of you that need a quick recap, some fascinating things happened in the VTubing industry very recently. Cue the unknowns and the cluelesses and the whatever the one is where the guy like looks like clueless but then his face droops and it becomes sad. I don't really know what that's called. It's one of those. What's it called? I forget. Oh, where is it? What's that one? Which one? What's it called? Aware. Aware. For you see, chat, many things led up to this moment. For example, for starters, one Matarakan had posted on Twitter that V Shoujo has, and the word choice here was very careful, made the decision to part ways with me. A lot of people read into that. They got no further answers. Turns out that's because he had to sign an NDA not saying anything else moving forward. Was this an interesting sign? Not particularly, but it was fascinating. After all, V Shoujo hadn't really done that before, right? Well, moving forward, right after that, well, not right after that, but like only a couple months after that, Giga then indicated that they were becoming an independent streamer as well. Finally, after that, people were like, oh, that's interesting, but not really something that I can correlate between the two. One Zen Treya, the Zen _ Treya. That's her name. The Zen Treya proceeded to say that they were leaving V Shoujo as well. Every single one of them, a no-tell. Couldn't tell what was happening. And it's a shame that you couldn't because, as it turns out, a seedy underbelly was actually happening. Rexon didn't start with Neanders. You're missing the storyline, you dumbass. Anyways, as it turns out, chat, V Shoujo was an awful organization. Who would have guessed? That's crazy, because the moment Iron Mouse left, she exposed V Shoujo for being awful. Did she leave contractually? Unclear. Doesn't really matter, because I'm pretty sure V Shoujo broke their own contracts, and I'm pretty sure she's suing them, which is great, because they owe apparently $500,000 to charity. Now, a lot of people are, at this point, pretty upset with the concept of a VTuber org in general, right? They now have a bad name to them. Every single IRL streamer out there is all making fun of VTubers. They're all like, you guys clearly don't know how to run an org. Look at mine, run by Asmongold. Anyways, the point being, chat, FaZe Connect wins by doing nothing. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. For you see, that is the gimmick when it comes to VTuber orgs. When you are run by a guy who doesn't know how businesses work, when you are run by a guy whose main intent is to make a profit and not to simply bring together a group of people for the sake of, hear me out, entertainment value, then it gets a little rough. A little rough is an understatement. For you see, it appears that, according to this right here, the gun run, the guy who ran V Shoujo, was aware. Well, not aware, but seemingly aware, as a lot of people did notice. The gun run was told that V Shoujo was significantly under in terms of profit. He intended to run a business model who, as he quoted, was intended to be all about the creators. It was full of generous splits, debuted investments, and infrastructure. Apparently none of that happened. His business model failed not because he had wholesome ideas, but because it never worked to begin with because they were too busy hemorrhaging money. Anyways, you can't expect this to happen for every VTuber org. It's just a shame because V Shoujo was like the shining example, right? I need a tissue. Hang on 1 second. But yeah, I think it's fascinating because a lot of people are now just being like, oh, V Shoujo, another Ninja Sanji, right? But the thing is, there's not really that many VTuber orgs. So when one falls, yeah, sure, you can compare it to the other three. Hololive, Ninja, FaZe. What else is there, right? What else is there besides those three? That's like relevant, you know what I mean? Vichibon, not really even an org. You know what I mean? Mythos, I mean, Hermes was there. You know what I mean? Why would they hire Hermes? Because they're psychos, clearly, obviously. A lot of smaller ones. Yeah, the thing is, at the end of the day, if somebody is running a business, an org, to try and gather up a bunch of VTubers, that org needs more money. You need to hire staff. Most VTubers, I mean that genuinely, can't afford a living wage. Why could they, right? They don't make a lot. There's only a couple of streamers that really can afford to live a full-time wage. There's a lot of tech involved. There's a lot of debuts involved. You're basically streaming with extra steps, and it is expensive steps at that. So what makes you think it's a profitable idea to gather up a bunch of them, put another layer on top of it of organization, and actually try to make money based on that? Yeah, it's difficult. With that being said, as I said, Iron Mouse left because she said that that they failed to pay out not only her money for the subathon, but half of that money was meant to be given to the Immunodeficiency Foundation. And then lo and behold, a crap ton of people donated to it, which goes to show something interesting about people. The internet is full of degenerate dumbasses. But if there's one thing people really want to get together for, it's to make up for somebody else's loss, which is insane to me because they really, honestly, I mean, as wholesome as this is, like, they should have just waited. In my opinion, they should have just waited until they could sue Gunrun for like 3 times this amount. But that's fine too. You know, more money for charity. That's cool. You know, at the end of the day, Iron Mouse raised so much money that even the Immune Deficiency Foundation posted about it on Twitter themselves. They were fucking crying about it, dude. It was very wholesome. It was very cool. And speaking of wholesome and cool people, you may have noticed in the leaderboard that there was a couple of names that I recognized. For starters, I saw Renner in there. Renner from our chat, I saw. And not only Renner, W. Renner, I saw Ebiko in there as well. So W to those people. Oh, and Cha-Cha. I saw Cha-Cha's name in there as well. So thank you guys. Thank you for donating to this. But you may have also noticed, I am a crap ton of people. Woo, what does that mean, Vestige? You may have also noticed a very interesting name listed right there. And people lost their fucking minds over this, which is really fascinating because if you don't understand how this platform works, which takes 3 seconds, by the way, in a brain cell, you would know that that's not Cinder. That's not Cinder. Do you know how you know that's not Cinder? There's no icon next to it. That could be anybody, ladies and gentlemen. Do you really think Cinder donated to this? Do you really think she did? No. Do you need a PFP? No, you don't. Can you abstain from a PFP? Absolutely. Do you really think this person who the entirety of this platform turned against would take her time to post her actual name on this platform? Anyways, I thought it was fascinating because so many people called this out on Twitter. So many people point out and go, she's seeking redemption? Cinder redemption arc? Chat, there's no redemption. There's no comeback. This isn't how you start that. You know what I mean? It makes no sense whatsoever. It's just business. Yeah, good quote. Anyways, so W to all of our friends who donated for this. As I do run my own charity, I didn't want to divest any of my funds that I already plan on donating to my preferred charity. But I appreciate all of you who have the money to contribute to this great cause, because this is a amazing cause, incredible cause. It sucks that anybody has to be born with an immunodeficiency virus of any nature, and they deserve all the help that they can get. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't have to take your money, but we unfortunately have to give them money, and it's a wholesome thing that they do that. Anyways, thank you to everybody for that. Now back to V Shoujo real quick, because there is a couple of fallout scenarios from all of this. Your pocket is not a charity. It's a most based thing. It is based indeed. Twitch silently responded to the V Shoujo outings, which I thought was fascinating. Because, wrong thing, right here. Twitch silently responded to the V Shoujo accusations by removing the Gun Run's own emote, which is very fascinating to me from a conceptual standpoint. Twitch basically is saying that they want to disassociate with somebody based on a scandal that they were involved with. But what's really interesting is that Twitch's own community guidelines policies states that if you do something off service that is misconduct, including things like things that Dr. disrespected, for example, they will ban you. Twitch didn't ban the Gun Run. They just removed their emote. So I'm just like, where does Twitch draw the line? Are they fine with financial embezzlement, but they're not fine with terrorist acts? Where does the line get drawn there? I think that's fascinating to me. You know what I mean? Does he stream? It's irrelevant if he streams. Every single one of you are a streamer according to Twitch. Every single one of you can click one button and start streaming right now. Hi, I think when you roast Fillion. Oh, that's so lovely, Harry Fan. I'm so glad that you actually are able to think when I roast Fillion. It must be that I am roasting her and I'm creating that sort of disparage between you and your connection to her, so that you actually gain some of your intelligence back. So I'm glad. I will try to roast her more often so that you can live a normal life. That's the Rexon guarantee. If we all stream right now, we can all raid you at once. You can't. You can't. I prevent people from raiding me unless they have a certain number of viewers. Sorry. I invented the troll of raiding somebody multiple times on an offline channel, so I prevent it. Vestige, don't say the number. Vestige, don't say the number. Vestige, you're missing the point. The point was that it was an unknown number so that people couldn't. Wow, he hates small streamers. Chat, it's not about hating small streamers. It's about preventing spam. It's about preventing spam. All right. If you caught Frankie's streams for lately, you'll know that she got spammed by raids because she foolishly made a minimum of 2 viewers, which is very easy to acquire if like one person knows you, and it takes like 30 seconds of her stream to acknowledge the raid with a whole flash animation and everything. That is why I prevent it. People would never spam raids. Chat, go spam raid Caesar VT right now. Watch. I thought it was 3 viewers minimum. No, a raid can be whatever, but Frankie's was 2. Frankie's was 2. That's it. So that means, I want to be clear about this. Frankie thinks, no, Frankie doesn't think, because she went to the interface for raids and said, yeah, 1 seems too low, 2, just right. In what world, Frankie? In what world? Anyways, moving on. I thought it was fascinating because what I always like to take away from these kind of moments is to see how people react to it in terms of permanence, right? I am a man of prevention, not of reaction. So the idea that Twitch has done nothing except removing emote from what is clearly has become obviously embezzlement is insane. That's the only thing they've done in this regard. It's wild to me. Twitch should be helping getting those funds back. The funds went through Twitch. They should be revoking them. Something like that. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, but hopefully Mouse goes into court with them. Hopefully she gets everything that she deserves and more. As well as, apparently, for those of you that were wondering if the scandal goes even deeper, apparently it does, which is wild. Because Camilla reported that this is actually a really weird case. This is a weird story because of the implications here. Camilla says that V Shoujo Talents V Shoujo gave hush money to creators after rejecting their auditions. Here's the oddity with this statement. Hush money is not contractual. Is she inferring that everybody who's auditioned, every single person has taken this hush money? It's a strange statement because I feel like one person is all it takes to expose V Shoujo. So I'm confused about that because why didn't the one person speak up? Did everybody? How much did you get? Yeah, like they said, notable people only. Well, I'm not notable. I'm not notable, child. Sorry, not notable. Not notable. So, with all that being said, I feel like there's more bad guys in this picture. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like offering hush money to somebody and watching them take it. That's pretty despicable. Both ends. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I thought that was fascinating. I doubt anybody's gonna come forward with that, but like, you know, it's just an interesting statement. So you did get Melody's Love Ends code. I bet it goes. Anyways. Also, in addition to that, one Vebe, no, not Neanders, Vebe has reported that V Shoujo forced her to sign an NDA to leave the agency. Typical, right? But it was the fact that they toxically threatened her with a lawsuit if she spoke ill if she spoke about why after she left, which is a strange statement. This is also a strange statement. NDAs are typical when you exit a company. NDAs are very standard. In fact, a lot of companies, like Google, for instance, will literally pay you money to not join another company for several years. They will give you a free multi-year vacation just to not give away the secrets or to give away your knowledge to help support other companies. It is literally part of capitalism. So while I agree this is a despicable act, leave America if you think it's despicable. Or call it out and try to change the world. But unfortunately, non-compete contracts are normal. So I can't really make anything of this, per se. Was she abused during it? Absolutely, probably, most likely. But I just think it's an interesting statement because it's not really damning. And just playing the neutral news reporter here, I think it's fascinating. You know what I mean? I keep hearing NDA are not legally enforceable. Bro, it's America. If you write something on a piece of paper and sign it, that means that somebody can take you to court and there's a 50-50 chance that you will actually make it through. The government don't care. They're busy. Well, they're not busy, but they're busy. You know what I mean? So yeah, good luck. It was an NDA about why she left, not about joining other corpo. The point is that it's the equivalent of that. Camilla wrote an OG song in the V Shoujo stuff. Why? That's weird, champ. I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to see people making content out of it. Right. Anyways, so moving on. That is it for the V Shoujo information, all right? So I promise it'll only be wholesome from here on in. Got it? Got it? Let me have that tab. I should start closing these boys. Oh, so there is a silver lining to all of it. Sort of, indirectly. One Zentrea, as reported by Dexerto, has become the most watched English VTuber thus far, beating out, beyond just Iron Mouse, Hololive as well, which is wild. This isn't just on Twitch. This is all over the place. That's a crazy thing. Now, granted, keep in mind, this is kind of topical, right? Or specifically timed. Remember for a moment that every time you've heard of a VTuber controversy, right? People flock to the people who were harmed by it, right? They always flock to them, right? Anytime you've heard any controversy, anything involving Ninja, anything involving Cinder, right? people flocked to the other channels. People want to exist all of a sudden to show their support, question mark? Maybe they're trying to find their next Oshi? It's unclear, right? But for example, right? Cinder, big things happened. And then Shy Lily suddenly got a lot more viewers. It's not a coincidence. Zentreya was the face of V Shoujo. And it's not a coincidence that people flocked to them as a product of it. When are you going to do a collaboration with Fillion? I was thinking 3 days ago. Bro's either not aware or he's a fucking crow going, caw, caw, caw. Anyways, so congratulations to Zentreya. I can assure you that it was a coincidence, shockingly, although I probably will use this as a roast joke eventually, that Fillion literally collabed with Zentreya for the first time ever as this news broke out. But I can assure you it was a coincidence. Probably. Who knows? It's probably a coincidence that Fillion is not a clout chaser and did in fact choose to collaborate with Zentreya simply because it was much demanded by chat, even though it was demanded by chat for 2+ years, that she chose to do it right around the same time as this article coming out. It's fine. Fillion plans her streams 1 week in advance. Surely it was a coincidence. Don't kick the dead Fillion. She already is what she is. She's not dead, chat. She's a zombie. That explains why she's not intelligent. Should have seen Mega's a band stream. Fillion's fans were like every other user. How do you know they were Fillion fans? Were they banned because they had Fillion names in them? Or were they banned because they kept saying collab with Fillion and they banned them because they spammed? Why was that? I'm curious, actually. These nuts jokes, chat, that means nothing. Actually, that means a lot. She's fucking contagious, dude. That means a lot, actually. That's sad. Wait, why is Zen banning people with these nuts jokes? That's not Zen. That's Mega's type of humor. Mega loves that humor. Mega loves Fillion's humor. Why would that be? So that's where your cloud went. I can get a collab with Zentreya anytime. I just have to reach out. All right? The door is open. I just don't know what we do, all right? I like to do variety stuff, all right? If I just played Peak with Zen, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I just played Peak with Zen, Zen would just troll me the entire time. Be like, haha, that's funny, you killed me. Chat, if I wanted to do that, I would just play with Hermes, or Dio, or Maple Chicken, or any female whatsoever on this stream, on Twitch. Every single girl ever bullies me. That's the nature of it. Long list. I can't name more than 5 VTubers. I'm streaming right now. All right. I have like 100 friends, but I can only name 5 of them in a given moment. Fillion VTuber award show with new independent categories. I don't blame her. I don't blame her, chat. Why would she do best org? There's no such thing, right? Every org is so vividly different. And if you don't count Hololive, there's not really a bunch of orgs that really push the boundaries of VTubing. They really don't. Even V Shoujo barely did. You know what I mean? V Shoujo had like one cool stream where they tried to reenact like a D&D campaign. And now we know why. Because they were embezzling all the money that they didn't have. She already said no org awards? Perfect. Fantastic. Couldn't have waited another year for it. Ever since the incident with the disabled star, Rexon has been cursed to be bullied by women. What disabled star are you talking about? Did I make fun of Demi? Because Demi's disabled. Did I make fun of her? Well, she was disabled. Apparently that was her brand for a while, that she's just disabled or something. I don't know exactly. What about mod awards? Chat, there's not going to be a mod awards. Mods don't exist. They're all in your head. They definitely don't get paid. They definitely don't live in a basement. There's no such thing as moderators. They can't hurt you. Don't worry about it. Your disabled coworker who became a porn star. Oh, you should have said the redhead. That's how I would have known. You have to say the redhead. Zen's a redhead. Huh. Anyways, it's a coincidence. It's a pure coincidence. Zen is not a porn star. Okay, all right. There should be mod awards. I mean, listen, the reason why there shouldn't be mod awards is because 1, nobody will know how to vote for them. And 2, it will set a precedent. It will set a precedent that every mod will feel like they need to be moderators that meet that mod standards. And do you know what that means? That means that every mod will desire payment. We cannot have this. Twitch should pay mods, honestly. I think Twitch should give mods like a percentage of the stream. I actually think that Twitch should have tools that let you have give like a distribution to your mods. I know there's a website for it. I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but streamers should not pay mods. I think it should come out of the streamers like money. You know what I mean? Just like already built in. We don't need money, we need more work. Listen, you're either overworked, like a pirate software mod who just have to ban every single troll, or you have zero work, which you're affiliate mod, which you're my mod, or you have tons of work to do and you do nothing, which means you're affiliate mod. So I'm not sure which of those three demographics deserves an award. You know what I mean? I think big streamers should pay mods, but medium or small don't need to. You misunderstand. A big streamer doesn't need mods. They don't. What are you moderating? A chat that blazes by every second? What are you moderating? You know what I mean? Go to a Kai Cenat stream. So many slurs are being said there, and not a single thing gets moderated. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. And before AI mods. AI mods already exist. It's called StreamerBot. Or not StreamerBot. It's called AutoMod. And it fucking sucks. It's terrible. I think Villian uses the word mods as a slur instead of fuck. You're kind of right about that, actually. But then again, Villian mentally trained herself to never curse by simply replacing them with other words. It makes perfect sense. Oh, speaking of AutoMod, chat. Vestige let me know that on YouTube, somebody asked in a court show VOD, who played as the chair? And Vestige, being the kind, loving person he is, replied to it and said, yeah, it's Murder Crumpet. And Vestige got moderated by YouTube's own auto-moderating system. You apparently can't say murder on YouTube. Shocking, right? You can't say murder on YouTube. But I'll tell you something that you can do, chat, right now. You can make an account with the name Hitler. I'm not joking. That's a thing. And if you own a YouTube account, you could literally search up every single person's name that starts with Hitler in it by simply moderating for your channel. You can look up any username in existence by typing in the name. It's insane. It's wild. YouTube is fucking dog shit, dude. I have moderation on my channel. I have it, but I only block certain words. For example, when the Fillion whole model thing came out, I blocked the word model. And like flies to a fucking trap, dude. I caught them all. When the Cinder thing came out, I blocked Cinder. And like flies to a trap. So many people will go to YouTube and rewatch another video or just comment on an existing video just to let you know about something that has happened topically. Like I give a shit. Rexon, now's the best time to roast Cinder. Yeah, sure, let me get right on that. I hear Pack God's really entertaining when he roasts somebody who has no existence anymore. No, it's good. It's fine. You only need 1 or 2 words to get people. It was the easiest thing, dude. Because I'm telling you how easy it is. Listen, this is why you don't need moderators anymore. The world is continuously devolving. It's a shame. You hate to see it, but when you're smarter than the rest of them, you can easily. I want to not sound like a dictator. Call them. That still sounds like a dictator, Rexon. Anyways, you can easily call them, chat. When a trend shows up, you just block that fucking trend. And you just got rid of the most spammy fucking shit in the world. 2 years ago, chat, I blocked the word Waffle House. Do you know why? Because apparently the Waffle House has found its new host was a phrase for like 2 fucking weeks. Do you know how many messages I caught with? It's still there. It's still there. It's still moderating them. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Get wrecked. Get fucking wrecked, bro. Apparently, I still ban it. Because for some reason, for 2 weeks out of the year, people just decided. Bro got permit for that? No, he didn't get permit. He got timed. It purged the message, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I catch the trends. And whenever they apply to my content, I know that I'm going to get a bunch of bullshit comments. Does it cuck my algorithm? I don't think so. But who knows? I don't know, dude. I'd rather keep my comments clean. And I remember, chat, I read every single comment. I know every single one of you and your stupid ass messages. And I'm tempted to ban so many of you, but I don't want to because you're Twitch viewers, and that means that I respect you slightly more than an average viewer. I'm looking at you, Keith. I'm looking at you, Voirin. Voirin. Fucking know you. I fucking see you, Voirin. Piece of shit. All right. Anyways, shut up, Voirin. It's stupid. It's stupid, Voirin. It's dumb. I hate you. I hate you. Voirin, I want you to know. I want you to know, Voirin, that moving on, I might ban you from YouTube. And here's the kicker, Voirin. You won't know if I banned you because it's the shadow ban. The way YouTube bans works is that your comment doesn't get removed. It looks like it's right there for you, but nobody else can see it anymore. Nobody can see your comment. As far as you know, you just let the really dog shit comment that nobody thinks is fun. Nobody thinks is funny. Yeah. It's okay, I will commit to it. I approve, I guess. I don't know. Fun fact, chat. I still see every single comment, every single user that's hidden. I don't actually, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase. Every comment that gets auto-modded, I can still see. But every user that gets permanently hidden from my channel, I can't even check up on them later. I can't even check up on them. YouTube won't even show me them. It won't even bother to let me know what they've been typing. As if there's any chance for redemption. Because again, YouTube's policy is to just ignore it. Is just be like, yeah, they don't exist anymore. Tough shit. It's the worst existence, dude. And years later, when you grow up and try to write a nice comment, nobody will see it anyways. Thank you, first-time chatter. Mods, VIP that guy. Thank you. They're right. When you grow up, you'll never be appreciated. Because you've made your choice now, and I got rid of you instantaneously because I think first and act late. I act first and I remove first and I remove first and don't do anything later. That's why. Thanks. Stop typing 07s. Stop. It's cringe. Anyways. So I don't know what the metrics are or like why Zen is the most popular. According to this, they are 4.27 million what? What? Hours watched. That's what they're basing it on. Hours watched. Now keep in mind that again, this is only relevant to apparently well, actually, it says Q1 or Q2, which is impressive because like the V Shoujo thing happened like literally 2 weeks ago. That's really nice. Zen did do a 30-day like subathon though, didn't she? So there is a chance that all these streamers just didn't do a subathon. There's a chance. Who knows? I don't know. But it's always cool to see. Zen is a hard-working individual. They firmly deserve it. They stream more often than I think any other streamer that I know does, with as much popularity as they do in the VTubing space. I mean, specifically, Zen is addicted. They are addicted to streaming. It's crazy. I don't think is Fillion even on this list. Nope. Checks out too. It makes sense that Fillion isn't on this list, not because she's not popular, but because she does short and impactful streams, right? Zen is a long form streamer. She streams for 11 hours plus, different kind of content. Doesn't make it any less quality, just different kind. It's more of a vibe, you know? Fillion is more of like lock in, eyes wide open, take them open if you need to, don't fall asleep because you can't. You know what I mean? So yeah, ads, let's go. Mods, get the advertise to the simps to give Sign Kodo a thing, a sub. Anyways, moving on from that. So we're now done with all things V Shoujo related. All right, and now I'd like to move on to something a bit more personalized. Well, sort of indirectly, something a bit more.
Thank you, the Savvy Wubbies.
Anybody but RWD. Anyways, RWD, thank you for giving the Sign Kodo as he continues to watch the remaining of the 1.5 minutes of ads. Back from ads. Oh, never mind. They were literally refreshed. Thanks. Appreciate it. That was the point. Oh. Anyways, we are moving on to something that people wanted me to point out last stream, but we were busy. We've been very busy as of late. We have had strong itineraries and zero stall. And that, my friends, is that the one, the only, Frikey has debuted her 3.0 model. What do you think? What do you think?
Ooh. Ooh, okay. This is so new, guys.
What do you think? What do you think? I fucking hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. She looks cute. She looks cute. I hate it. She looks cute. I hate it. And she's got like eye tracking and mouth tracking now. I didn't want that in her. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I absolutely despise it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This was a great debut. I watched the entire thing.
Oh my god.
I watched the entire debut chat. And for what it's worth, I, at this point, know a lot of VTubers. I have been aware of many VTubers. She looks like she's happy about disrespecting you. She's all, every girl I know is like this. Anyways, you hate that chat? Why? Because they're typing so cute? Is that why you hate that emote? The reason why I really wanted to point out this debut is because I know a lot of streamers. I've seen a lot of streamers debut, a lot of big streamers who are 10 times the size of either of us, and Frikey's held my attention the entire time. She made what I've always said that VTubers need to do, which is an entertaining debut. Not just 1 2-minute long anime video followed by a 2-hour long slideshow. That shit is boring, and it's the norm, sadly. Go watch Frikey's debut. This is a VOD from 5 days ago. It's worth it. You can skip the first 20 minutes. It's the usual spiel, you know? But yeah, go check it out. It was actually entertaining. The only sad part is Frikey's music that she played as background music during the regular part of the stream was all muted because she unfortunately hides her VOD tracks or whatever. But I asked Frikey for the playlist because I couldn't get enough of the music that she was playing. And it turns out that Frikey not only made music herself for this stream, which is, oh, here's the model, by the way. And she's got an automaton too, which is amazing. She literally has an automaton hooked up to her stream. Make this girl famous. She's awesome, dude. She's like the streamer to look out for kind of deal. You know what I mean? I just wish she was better at looking out for herself. But here, where is it? Right here. Frikey made her own music just for this stream. Listen to this. Nintendo, hire this girl. Like what? Its video game tier is an understatement. All of them hit a certain emotional beat perfectly. It's so difficult to do this, and she just became a musician overnight? Like what? Huh? Now, I don't know how she made it. It could have been like sampling. I don't know, Vestige probably can speak to a bit more. Like my assumption is that she didn't like literally make all of the individual instruments herself. Like maybe she took a bunch of samples and like restring them together to form music, which I guess is the thing that people do nowadays. But still, that's fucking impressive. Again, she can do anything. She's gonna make an OST channel on YouTube. She did. If you want to go check it out, it's Frikey OST. That's the name of the channel. Frikey OST, one word. I've already pirated all of her music. I've already pirated all of Frikey's music. I needed it in my life instantaneously. I needed it. What can I say? All right. You think I would stop? You think I would stop doing what I do for a friend? Hell no. Huh? You think I'm gonna subscribe to her Spotify? No, I'm gonna download the music, not subscribe to her channel, and just fuck off after. I'm kidding. Clip this and send it to Frankie for a react stream. Chat. Not only that, but Frankie released an original song, and I also pirated it as well. You guys want to watch it? Check out this banger. Like what? Let's look at this quality, bro. That's Frankie. You wouldn't know. That's a completely different fucking person, dude. And you know what's insane too? She's singing in Japanese, and the lyrics are written in Japanese dialect. How do you achieve that, bro? Ignore the sound, by the way. I think Frankie was trying to... if you hear that da-da-da-da sound, I think that's Frankie trying to do the audio jungle thing. and prevent people from pirating this. She has all these talents. She does. It's so good. I follow the artist too because at some point I gotta man up and reach out to an artist for an original song. Or just remember to DM Vestige back. First time watching you on Twitch, came from YouTube, Rose and Rexon Inc. Gotta say, you're really fun to watch. Thank you, Pac-Mine. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. We're currently stealing our friends' content for the first time ever. Chad, do you think Frankie has some sort of deep-seated, like, evil inside of her? Do you think that there's, like, she's harboring something? And she's just screaming out? And this is the only way she communicates it? That'd be really rough. Who doesn't? I don't. I don't. I wear it on my sleeve, bro. Have you not seen the court stream? Have you not seen the last roast? You know what the song actually reminds me of? It reminds me of Otto, which Fufu introduced me to, right? I'm still not a huge fan of Otto, but Frankie is. And the way that she sort of like hits those sort of, you know, highs and lows in the song, the way that Otto does, you can see the inspiration here, you know? Where do you find the song? Frankie's channel. Subscribe to Frankie on YouTube. It's like her second or third video from the latest. It's called Nightmare by Frankie, I think. Just search for Frankie Nightmare. You'll find it. She did throw it up live after the stream was over. Frankie did that auto cover a while ago. Yeah, she did. And it's banger, by the way. I like Frankie's auto cover more than I like the original. And I don't like Otto. That's sort of like drone to the voice, almost like a crack, but like a cool crack, you know? That's all Otto. It's insane that she has like 12 voices. I know. Bro, every female VTuber I know is like a voice actor. I'm jealous. I can do two voices. Rexon and Gollum. That's it. But I can do a damn good Gollum. I'm gonna go and say I can do the best Gollum of any streamer. That's not something to brag about, Rexon. It's a good, like, J-pop song, you know? Like, if I just listened to this in the background while traveling around Tokyo, it would fit perfectly, you know? This feels like an anime opening song. No doubt inspired by that as well, in terms of, like, the tone of it. Do a roast in the Gollum voice. Florian, you're so cringe! No, it hurts my voice when I do it. Rexon in Tokyo when? Nobody's invited me. I would only go if I was invited. You know I can't go by myself. I would get arrested so hard. I need people to keep me under wraps. I can't believe they immediately deported him.
Because the Tokyo, yes? Because it's the Tokyos! And we gets us the Gundam figurines!
Anyways, sorry. Free on September, I invite you. You just casually putting it out there. You're just like, bro, September, let's go, fam.
Everyone!
So yeah, that was Frankie's opening music. The last time I saw a VTuber open with music that I even remotely paid attention to was Waifu Baby, and I hated the rest of her debut because it talked about Timekeeper lore, which she didn't keep up with. If she kept up with the lore, I would care more about Waifu Baby. Instead, she just released one banger song, and that was it. Sorry, excuse my hiccups. Rexon is the perfect example of the foreigners that Japan fears. That's not true, first of all. I'm just disrespectful. Japan fears not people who are disrespectful, but people who literally will break their culture in twine. I won't do that. I'm not a rebel. Well, I mean, I'm like a rebel, but like I don't put my rebelness out there anymore. All right. But yeah, I would if I could. If I was a huge influencer, I would probably be talking shit about Japan and getting canceled. I would. You're the scuff demon. Going anything near breaks, anyways. I can't break Japan, chat, any more than they're already broken. All right, moving on. Like I said, go check out Franky's debut. It was awesome, and take it from me, a guy who barely watches any VTubers, and there's really only like 2 VTubers I watched at, Fufu and Franky. And there's 2 reasons why I watch them. A, they stream while I work. They're good background noise. And B, they're fucking awesome. That's why. They're just really engaging. There's constant Omega laws. I enjoy them. So yeah, the timing really works out. Do I wish I had time to watch all my friends? Absolutely. Except for Ebiko. She just doms the entire stream. Franky on court when? We can reuse the world. There's nothing that's preventing me from reusing that world for other purposes. That world, fortunately, has 0 ties to Phillian, except for the fact that it's made by the Phillian dev, but they don't care if I reuse it. We can use it. Get Franky in the VR chat, bro. I've asked Franky hundreds of times to join me in VR chat. I have. She has, what are they called? Vive Ultimate trackers. The inside out ones, the ones that were really scuffed, and that you apparently have to buy now because they don't sell the normal ones anymore. I wish that we could hang out in VR chat. There's so many unique streams that we could do with that. She's got to get on it, though. She has the tools. She just needs to fix them. Teru has VR chat as well. I would love to get the whole European gang together, right? Me, Franky, Fufu. Fufu has teased the idea to me numerous times, but doesn't hop on it. I think Fufu just doesn't like VR. I don't blame her. Oh, VR is an acquired taste, but I think Franky wants to do it. She's just so busy doing everything. Franky doesn't have an editor, by the way. She hires an occasional editor for long forms, but she doesn't have an official editor. Every single time you see a TikTok from Franky, it's her. She made that too. She does everything, bro. She needs to offload some of that stuff. She's got to become famous. She needs to learn how to, at least. You know what I mean? I've been down her road, right? I've been down her road. It's cool to learn new skills. At some point, you hit that threshold of popularity where you need people to do the things that you want to do. Yeah, she also codes. Yes. That's her job, apparently. I thought she was more of a designer, but that's also her job. But if there's one thing I wanted to say at the end of all this Franky simping, it's I wanted to give a call out that if you are a Franky fan, or now you are a Franky fan, please consider, on the topic of Makeship, pre-ordering her Ratkey plushie. Do it because she would love to have it. Not necessarily because you care about Ratkey or not. You may not watch Franky that often, but dear God, pledge $30 that you would otherwise contribute to Franky anyways, and give it to the plushie. And I want to see I want to see like the plushie actually get made. And it needs, I think, I think it's only got 4 days left. 4 days left. And they're 50% of the way there. So one can assume that every call out from every stream of Franky's channel might add like an extra 2 or 3. I'm hoping that we can bump it up by like 10 or something. That would be sick. I'm going to buy one. I will, absolutely. It's funny. Franky, during her stream, her debut, even said that she was pushing for Partner Plus, which she hates saying. I can't blame any streamer who hates doing that, right? No streamer likes asking for money. But I literally, at the beginning of her debut, gave her my Twitch Prime, which doesn't count towards Partner Plus. And link it, mods. Could you Google for this real quick? Just Makeship Ratkey and pin it to the chat. I'd appreciate that. Franky was pushing for Partner Plus level 2, which gets you 70% of your take. I'm at Partner Plus level 1, for example, and she hit it, which is awesome because I don't feel guilty anymore. Because for those of you that don't know, Twitch Prime does not count towards Partner Plus. Only actual subscriptions, individual subscriptions from everybody. Edging with a literal Prime is wild. Yeah, I'm glad that she hit it, though. I'm glad that she hit it. I wanted to help. I don't subscribe to VTubers. I don't like the idea of giving money to my friends, generally speaking, unless like it's in support of something cool, like a cool project they have working on like this. I also don't want to give Twitch money. So I think that this is really cool, and I would love to add this to my shelf, which I don't have right now, but I will have a shelf eventually, of all the VTubers, or rather, I guess they're communities at this point, right? The only VTuber who I have a plushie of at the moment is Phillian. Every other VTuber that I have a plushie of is of their community. Fufu doesn't have one. Frankie doesn't have one. And I kind of like that, actually. Same reason why I like the idea of making the Rexon rap thing. You know what I mean? It feels more like a mascot for the channel. You know? You don't have a Gary plush? I do have a Gary plush, yes. You need a Neuro Plus. If somebody wants to gift me a Neuro plush on Throne, the floor is open. The door is open. The floor door is open. Horror door. How many plushies do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 plushies. 5 plushies now. And I have nowhere to put them. I need to move so that I actually have a place to put them. So that I can actually arrange everywhere that I want to put things. Could I do that now? Absolutely. It's a waste of my time? Absolutely. So yeah, no. Hard pass. How do you feel going to bed with a numerous Luke plushie staring at you? Vestige, why do you have to remind everybody that's the truth? Chat, for those of you that don't know, in my room, there was a box containing a Lovense. And on top of that Lovense, for completely unrelated reasons, there is an axolotl sitting on top of it, staring at me. That axolotl represents a chat member by the name of Numerous Luke, who is a VR chat addict now. We've really done them dirty, apparently. How does he even have a plush? He doesn't have a plush. It's just it's a representation of what he is and somebody gifted on Throne. That's what ended up happening. It's silly. I don't know. Yeah. Don't worry. Luke would never actually get a plush. They're a mute, and nobody likes mutes, except for Landfair. We lost Luke to the VR pool hall. We lost Luke, but Luke was weak. Luke was feeble-minded, all right? That's why we lost Luke, because they weren't strong for themselves. It's not my fault they fell into the VR chat area, all right? It's not my fault. I gave them a bullet. They loaded the gun. You understand? That's the metaphor. He was the smartest one we had. That is true. Luke was, in fact, a physics major. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't think you can top a physics major. I should buy you a burger plush on Throne. Why do I need a oh. What, Patty? I am not. I will send it back to Europe. I will burn it live on stream. I will do a live stream bonfire of your plush. You need to understand that, all right? I've seen IRL streamers. I've seen Siren, for example. I saw Siren do a live stream the other day. Siren, I guess you can say Siren. I saw Siren do a live stream the other day. Her room chat has a corner that's just chock full of plushies. Like 50 of them. Just takes up that whole space. It's insane. I heard that Emeru has like 100 Kirby's. Why? What is your problem, people? I have a clutter issue. I'll admit it. I too have a clutter issue. But it's a clutter full of technology and potential content, like a deep fryer, you know? Stuff that will eventually get used at some point in life, possibly by my grandchildren or their children's children. Who knows? But it will get used. A Kirby cannot get used. It will just take up space. With that being said, I don't mind having this as a souvenir to the friendship that I made. Because God knows that 30 years from now, I will have forgotten who Frikey is. I will have forgotten who Fufu is. I won't remember all the lotion. And I will look at this rat key and say, what the fuck did I do with my life? You know what I mean?
When I woke up, I hate me.
Deep fryer for burning down the house stream when? No. If you bring up that deep fryer again, I'm going to break in, unbox it, and leave you with a passive-aggressive note. No. Deep fryer stream coming soon to a theater near you. Don't worry. Chat, I have good news. I'm getting good internet soon. Better internet. Much more stable. And with that better internet, I will hopefully feel better about doing cooking streams and the quality of them in general. One problem, I lost my webcam. I don't know where my webcam went. After the last Frikey stream, I have no idea what happened to my webcam. So I might need to buy another one. I really don't know what happened to it. Webcams are $20. Mine was $100, and it's really good. It's like the best. Did you deep fry it? No, I imply that I have to open up the how. Dude, it's small. It's like a little square. It's the size of a burrito. Like, of course I lost it. You know what I mean? And dude, fuck every piece of technology that is black in color because I can't see it. I can't see it in the darkness that I live in. It's so annoying, dude. I wish. How do you buy? Like, do people make webcam skins? Like, is there a thing? Like, how do you buy a webcam skin? that is just pink, bright pink. It's called a flashlight, bro. I organize and cable manage. I've been lazy about organizing because I keep thinking that I'm going to move soon, and I keep not moving. So, next year. Mistelli branded webcam. Mistelli didn't own the color pink, chat. Just like how Demi doesn't own the colors black and orange. Cable manage? You were insane. Yeah, I'm not going to cable manage. There's just no shot. Chat, I'm a VR chat streamer. The odds of me cable managing, second to none. Do you know how many individual dongles I have sitting next to me? That sounds weird. But I have like 18 different things plugged into one USB port. There's just no way. Buy a protective case that's colorful. I'm not gonna. I'd have to buy like a custom case for a webcam. That's not a thing that people make. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Anyways, the point being is that once I find my webcam, and I will, things don't just disappear, right? Right? Things don't just disappear in a house when you live by yourself, I think, hopefully. So I will find it eventually. And when I find it, we can bring back cooking streams because you know I want to cook again. I love cooking the last stream, dude. Last stream was so fun. I asked Frankie. If she wants to do another cooking stream. She said she's down. She just needs to come up with another recipe. But the thing is, Frankie doesn't know anything about cooking. So you guys gotta help her. But you guys gotta stop fucking suggesting cashews to her. It's not gonna work, chat. Find something that is deep fried and Japanese. It's gotta be Japanese because Frankie doesn't know any other food that isn't Japanese because she's a fucking weeb. All right, but we need to incorporate the deep fryer or the blender. I don't think Japanese people really use blenders or the rice cooker. Nah, the rice cooker is boring. Why would we use you don't need to showcase the rice cooker on stream. That's boring. Or you can find me a recipe that uses the rice cooker for other things, like something really inventive. No, that's boring too. Never mind. That's boring because you'll just watch me close the lid and nothing will happen. I want active live interaction, and a deep fryer will get us there. Find me a bunch of random food that I can deep fry in Japanese style, like katsu or like panko. Find me that stuff. Make a Wellington. Bro, if I had $1 for everybody who's made a Wellington trying to make content out of it, I'd be a rich person. I'm not going to make a Wellington, bro. It's boring. And also, a Wellington requires these. Your hands. It requires you to roll shit up, and I don't want to do that. Do you want me to go make a cooking stream food suggestion channel? Sure, Vestige. Make a cooking stream food suggestion channel. And guess what'll happen? The first 3 messages. Cashews, rat poison. Cashews plus rat poison equals a good time, Rexon. Yeah, what do you think will happen? Or cook using a wok or something. Bro, I have an electric stovetop. I don't know if you know this, but you can't really use a wok on anything that isn't a fucking gas burner, all right? Woks are garbage if you don't have a gas burner just blazing the bottom of the thing. Woks are built for jet engines. Literal jet engines are how you use woks. You can't get that shit at home, dude. The closest approximation, gas burner. And even then, you have to have like all 4 of them turned on at the same time just to cover the girth of the wok. Much less heated up. I actually have good suggestions for you to things to cook. Destroyer, you've never had good suggestions once. What makes you think this will change? Is this your redemption arc? Huh? Would a grill work for a wok? No, I wouldn't. Because a wok is, the whole point of cooking with a wok is to get the smoke out of it. It's called wok hay. It's called breath of the wok. You imbibe smoke into your food with a wok. If you're cooking on a grill, you're adding another appliance to apply smoke. But you don't need that appliance because you're cooking on a grill, and then you don't need it. Then you get grillception and smokeception, and it doesn't work that way. And I'm saying it's useless. It's like putting it's like putting a microwave in a microwave, bro. It makes no sense. Breath of the Wok is that Zelda mod. I swear to God, dude, just because I said the word breath of the does not mean that you get to associate with Zelda. I could suggest $1 million idea, then Rexon would steal it, take credit, and call me shit ideas. Watt Patty. Welcome to the industry. Anyways, go check out the Rat Key Makeship. I'm only gonna call it out once. I don't want to invade too much. But yeah, consider contributing it just because you're a fan of Frankie. Not because you want the plushie, not because you watch her stream, but just because you're a fan of her and you want to support her. And like, it'll make her happy. That's all I care about, dude. That's why I will contribute to this, but I won't subscribe to her channel. because I legitimately would just like brighten their day. You know what I mean? They really want it. But only got 4 days. Don't dilly-dally. I put a note for myself this weekend to support it as well. All right, moving on. Breaking.